Hello friends, today we will discuss the external feature of medulla oblongata. Okay, as you know, the medulla oblongata is the direct upward continuation of the spinal cord extending from foramen magnum to lower border of the pons, and it forms the lowest part of the brainstem and lies vertically in the anterior part of posterior cranial fossa at the level of clivus. Okay, now the external feature, the medulla is divided into right and left symmetrical half by anterior median fissure. You can see here anterior median fissure in the anterior aspect and the posterior median sulcus at its posterior part, on its posterior part here. Okay, so anteriorly there is a anterior median fissure and posteriorly there is a posterior median sulcus. The anterior median fissure is continuous below with the corresponding fissure of spinal cord. Okay, and above it ends at the level of pontomedullary junction in the form of foramen. You can see this is the foramen. This is foramen known as foramen cecum. Yes, this is another foramen cecum. You have seen the foramen cecum in the tongue at the level of anterior 2/3 and posterior 2/3 junction of the anterior 2/3 and posterior 1/3 of the tongue, as well as osteology part between the crista galli and frontal crest, anterior cranial fossa, in the anterior cranial fossa. Okay, now this is another foramen cecum. Now it is interrupted, this fissure is interrupted in its lower part here, somewhere here, by the bundles of fibers crossing obliquely from one side to other and forms the decussation of pyramid. Somewhere here the crossing of fiber is present which forms the decussation of pyramid. Now something about the posterior. Here you can see the posterior aspect. This is not very clear here. Somewhere here, yeah, you can see here there is a posterior median sulcus. The posterior median sulcus continues below with the corresponding sulcus of the spinal cord, and it is present only in the lower part of the medulla. You can see medulla is, and really it is present on some higher side, and posteriorly it is present on its lower aspect. So the posterior median sulcus is present somewhat lower side. Okay, above here you can see here above its lips of the this sulcus, see above the lips of this sulcus diverge and forms a triangular area. This triangular area forms the lower boundary of floor of fourth ventricle. You can see this is the floor of fourth ventricle, and the lower triangular boundary of fourth ventricle is formed by the upward divergence of lips of posterior median sulcus. Okay, now one by one we will discuss the features of its anterior surface, then its posterior surface. First of all, there is a pyramid. On either side of the anterior median fissure, there is a pyramid. Here there is a pyramid on either side. Each half, you can see the each half of the medulla oblongata has different features on its anterior aspect as well as its posterior aspect. So first of all, the pyramid. These are two elongated elevations on either side. These are two elongated elevations, one on either side of the anterior median fissure, and these are produced by corticospinal fibers. Okay, these are the pyramidal fibers. Okay, one more thing is important. 75% of these fibers cross the opposite side. As I told you earlier, at the level of inferior aspect, the fibers crossed to each other and forms a pyramidal decussation. So the 75% of the corticospinal fibers crossed and forms a lateral corticospinal tract. Okay, 20% they do not cross and forms the anterior corticospinal tract, while the 5% they remains and goes with the lateral corticospinal tract. Okay, now second thing is obex. You can see the obex in this specimen clearly. This is the pyramid, and here you can see not obex, it is olive. Okay, this is olives. These are the oval elevation. You can see here, these are the oval elevation posterolateral to the pyramid, posterolateral to the pyramids, and are produced by underlying mass of gray matter called the inferior olivary nucleus. Clear? Now, between the pyramid and olivary nucleus, or you can say olive, here there is a anterolateral sulcus. Here, okay, between the pyramid and olive anteriorly there is a anterolateral sulcus here. By this anterolateral sulcus, rootlets of hypoglossal nerve passes. Okay, now after that, next to the olivary olives, there is a posterolateral sulcus. Here is a posterolateral sulcus. From this posterolateral sulcus, there is an emergence of 9th, 10th and cranial root of 11th cranial nerve. Okay, first of all pyramid, then olives, between the pyramid and olive anterolateral sulcus. From here rootlets of hypoglossal nerve emerges. Next to olive another sulcus, posterolateral sulcus. From this sulcus 9th, 10th and cranial root of 11th cranial nerve emerges. Clear? Now come to its posterior part. You can see in the posterior part of the medulla oblongata, there is lower closed part and upper open part. Upper open part, lower closed part. First of all, we will discuss the features of the lower closed part. In the lower closed part, on either side of the posterior median sulcus, there are 3 longitudinal elevations present. I'll show you. Okay, 3 longitudinal elevations. First is here, this is the fasciculus gracilis Next to this there is a fasciculus cuneatus, and after that inferior cerebellar peduncle. I'll repeat it. First is a fasciculus gracilis, next is fasciculus cuneatus, and next to this there is a inferior cerebellar peduncle. I am discussing the dorsal aspect of the medulla oblongata, lower closed part and upper open part. First of all, I am discussing the lower closed part. Okay. Now, upper end, you can see here, upper end of fasciculus gracilis as well as fasciculus cuneatus forms a tubercle-like structure. Okay. They forms a tubercle-like structure just because of the presence of, yes, there are the nuclei of the same name are present deep to this. That's why these are the tubercles nuclei present. That is a fasciculus gracilis के नीचे क्या होगा? There is a nucleus, gracile nucleus you can say. Okay. Then deep to the tubercle, cuneate tubercle, there is a cuneate nucleus. Yes. Okay. Now, features of the open part. In this section, the features of the open part is not very clear. You will better understand when somebody is told you about the floor of fourth ventricle. Okay, the lower part of the floor of fourth ventricle is formed by the upper open part of the medulla oblongata. In its upper part, you can see different features. There is a median sulcus. Here is a median sulcus. Okay, then there are different triangles. Here is the, on either side there is a triangle known as hypoglossal triangle. Lateral to the hypoglossal triangle there is a vestibular area. Below to the hypoglossal triangle there is a vagal triangle, and below to the vagal triangle there is a area postrema. Okay, area postrema are there, and the stria medullaris present here. Somewhere here there are stria medullaris present. So these are the different features present on the ventral aspect as well as dorsal aspect of the medulla oblongata. Thank you very much.